Hi everyone, it's Jeannie again, and I am here with my 2023 plans for cross stitching. And so I thought I would do a quick plans video and kind of show you how I'm organizing. And I'm sorry, of course, my kitties were asleep and now they're awake. There is Cashew, and Pistachio is, sorry, this is Pistachio, Cashew's right. He's right over here. But I wanted, so there again, I'm on my guest bed, so hopefully they're not too terribly disruptive. But I wanted to show you that the planner that I'm using, and no, your eyes are not deceiving you. Do you see this planner? The cover is on upside down. And I bought this myself at Target. It was in the dollar spot. I think it was $3. And I had my daughter with me, and I was buying like stuff for their stockings. And I mean, she's an adult, but I was buying stuff, so I was trying to be kind of stealthy, and I was just throwing things in my kind of in my cart. And I thought, oh, that's cute. I'll get that for a 2023, kind of stitch book of days kind of a thing. And then realized after looking at it, once I got home, the cover's upside down. You can see that the holes are punched here. Now, I'm also a paper crafter, and so I was going to change it. I was going to maybe just cover it over and everything. And now, you guys, the quirkiness of it being upside down has kind of grown on me. So I'm thinking I might leave it. So don't know for sure. But anyway, this is what I'm using. And I'll show you inside here how I have kind of how I'm using it, but basically I have on the year here, this is the full year of 2023, and I am participating in WIPGO, so I have the WIPGO calls numbers on the calendar. I mean, I know that you don't have to work on them on those days, but that just kind of made sense to me. And then I also put them down on the birthdays section, and I actually might cover that up. So that the projects that were called for WIPGO for January were my Dragon of the Deeps and my Penguin Stocking. The numbers were 6 and 10, so those are in there too. And then the other things I've done so far to customize this planner for stitching is I did go ahead and stamp January, and then I'm just jotting down in the notes what projects were called and then when I worked on them, so, and for how long. So yeah, and I will, but even if I work on something that is not a WIPGO project, I will go ahead, and you might not be able to see that, you guys, because I do write in pencil because I like to be able to erase. So, but anyway, I don't know if I can, see if I can zoom in a little bit for you until I get to my other projects, but yeah, so that's what I'm doing there on the days of the week. So far I've just been writing down also what I've worked on and when, but I don't know if I know myself, I probably won't double document in both places. So but anyway, and so far I've only customized January. So, but in the back here in the notes section is where I did my lists of things. So let's see. So here I have my WIPGO list, and I've decided, you guys, I wasn't going to do a WIPGO grid because I don't really like have like rewards when I get a WIPGO or a bingo or a blackout or anything like that. I just use it more for, this is a way to touch all my projects. So anyway, so here is my and my overall goal for most of my projects is to work 3 hours on each project that's called. All right, so you can see here on my Dragon of the Deeps, that was number 6. I have a little dot sticker next to it because I've completed that already. So I kind of whipped through that the goal, and I might work on it some more, but I have my 3 hours in already on that. And so the other one I need to work on is number 10. That's the Penguin Stocking, and I'm going to pull that one out today and see what I want to work on. there. So, but anyway, so these are all of the 25 whip goes I've got called. My whip go goals are 3 hours on each project that's called. And then I have my other goals are I want to do 400 stitches a month on my Haid. I'm going to be starting a Haid. It was going to be my new year, new start, and I haven't started it yet, and I'll talk about that more in a minute. But then I also want to do one motif a month on the sewing mice pattern that I'm going to do. That's another one of my new starts this year, and it's something that I'm going to stitch for my sister, who will be turning 60 in October. So I wanted to have something special to send to her for her birthday. So these are my whip go calls, and some of them are on here twice. And the ones that I chose to put on here twice are my goals for finishes. So these are the things I'm hoping to finish. I'm not, you guys, I don't follow through very well with things. So, but these are the projects that I'm hoping to finish, and I did pull those to show you. But quickly, before I show you those projects, I do want to go. I just today kind of put together, I have in here, I have a wish list. These are things I want to purchase. And then I have, you can see I don't have anything on it yet. But I figure as I'm watching Flosstubes and stuff, I might jot some patterns or things down there. I also have purchases that I'm going to make this year, and I want to kind of keep track of those. And one of those things is Pattern Keeper. I want to get Pattern Keeper because I am going to start that Haid. But you guys, I've never purchased an app before, and I just really don't like putting my credit card into like Google. I've had my I've had my credit card stolen lots of times with purchases online. I've had trouble with on Etsy and eBay and different places, PayPal even. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to need to go like buy a gift card so I can purchase Pattern Keeper. I know it's not a big expense. What is it, like $8.50 or something like that? But looking over the pattern, I know I need to have some way. I don't really want to print out all the pages, and I just have to have some way to be able to keep track of my stitching for a Haid. But anyway, so I know that's something I'm going to purchase, but I think I am going to go ahead and jot down any other thing that I buy this year, and just to get an idea. I might put the amount on there too. I don't know, because I would be interested to know how much I spend. So anyway, and then I did go ahead and jot down all of my whips. So, and it turns out I have 18 active whips, and I have 2 new starts. And so I will, that I haven't started yet, but I'm planning to start this year. And I'm not saying that's all I'll start. I'm just going to kind of go with how I feel this year, and just kind of do what I want. But these are 2 that I know I'm starting, and I'm starting soon. Again, for the Haid, I need to pull the trigger on Pattern Keeper, and then I'm on the second one I'm planning to start for my sister. I'm just waiting on some fabrics. So those are on here too. So, and I think 20 is kind of a nice round number. So, yeah, so that is, I'm kind of liking that. And then I have, you guys, I have a very ambitious finishing goals. So on my list of things I would like to finish this year, I have 9 things. So, and these really, you guys, are all of my smaller projects. A few years ago, I think it was in 2019 when I did, that's the only year I've done Mania like it's intended, where I started lots of things. And I started a lot of big projects. But so these are mostly my smaller projects, or projects that I have a lot done on. So I'm going to try to, and these are the ones, most of these I have on my Whip Go board at least twice. Not all of them, but some of them I have on there twice, so they'll get some extra work. But these are the ones I'd like to finish this year, and so I'm going to show those to you. And yeah. So that's it. So, and I'll also show you what my new starts are going to be as well. But let me show you the projects that are on my list of things I'd like to try and finish. And none of these got called for this this month for WIPGO, so I will probably work on some of these depending on what the mood, if the mood strikes. I will probably work on some of these also throughout the month along with my WIPGO goals. But one of them that I would, let me get the pattern out of here, that I would like to finish, this on my finished list, is the Dimensions Cross Stitch Kit Meow. And I haven't worked on this recently, but I did swap out the fabric. It came with 14 count Aida. I swapped it out for 14 count Picture This Plus Monster Mash. So, and I would say I'm probably at least a third, if not close to halfway done with this. Probably closer to a third, maybe. You can see here kind of a, you know, a comparison there, but I'm trying to backstitch as I go. But this one I think I'll be able to finish, and it actually came with a hoop, but I think this would be cute with a hoop finish as well. So anyway, but this is one I would like to attempt to finish this year. Let me move this. I also would like to try, and one of the things, and this one is ambitious, but I would like to try and finish Plague Nurse. And I did get I was missing a DMC, and I didn't know. Usually I leave myself a note if I'm missing a DMC pattern, and I did not leave myself a note in there. But this, you guys, is a this pattern. I'm going to show you I show it to you here. It's on my tablet, but this one's called Plague Nurse. It's a free one from a company called Night Spirit Studio. I don't know, honestly, I haven't gone to look to see if it's still on there. It was a free pattern in 2020, but this is what it will look like when it's done. So anyway, you can see I don't have a huge start on this, but if you don't know, I'm a nurse, and this is sort of my remembrance piece for the pandemic. But my problem, you guys, with this one in particular is that I opted to do it on linen, on black linen, and it's very slow going for me. This is the first project I've done on a dark fabric, and I probably should have started with black or dark Aida rather than linen, because it's hard to see the holes. I've got it kind of a system down now, but it's still pretty slow going. So as you can see, I've got quite a ways to go on her, but this is another one I'm hoping to finish in 2023. Okay, let's see. Another one I have is, oh gosh, this is kind of backwards in the packaging, but this is one of those, and I showed these in a haul a while ago, but these were some Dollar Tree cross stitch patterns that they had in their crafter square line. And so this one, I forgot to show this one in my whip parade, because this is one I either keep in the car or I take to work because it's really easy to stitch. And this is where I am on it, and I'm just using everything in the kit. So, but this is one I should probably be able to knock out. And this is, it doesn't tell you the count of the Aida, but I think it's even bigger than it. It might be 11 count or something, I'm not sure. The funny thing, you guys, about these is that there's no pattern with it. I mean, this is the pattern. I mean, you just have to kind of count based on the picture on how many stitches there are, you know, that kind of thing. So, so I am going to finish this one. It's not my favorite thing to stitch on, but I am going to go ahead and try to get that done. It's an easy stitch. It's a great car stitch or whatever, so I'm going to try to get this one done also in 2023. Another one I'm hoping to finish in 2023. I actually made, this was one that I worked on quite a bit in December, because I just was wanting, I like to stitch seasonally. So so this one I'm working on this, sorry about the glare, I'm working on this this is the only ornament that I started from this Dimensions kit, is this little Santa guy here. But I did work on this quite a bit in December. And it's caught. What is it caught on? Gosh, there's something sticky on it. What is that? Sorry, you guys. Something sticky on it. But anyway, this is where I am on it. So I finished all the red, is color completed now, and I started in on that cute little bluebird. In fact, I still have that. I still have that thread on my needle. I don't know if I'm done with the last stitch of that, but anyway, so I'm hoping to get this one completed, so maybe it's ready to go on the tree next year. One of the things I did say in my whip parade about this one is these are full coverage, so the background around the bird is also stitched, and of course it's a typical Dimensions. It has blends, and I think those background stitches are half stitches with like 3 or 4 strands, tons of French knots, which are not my forte, but I think this is also, this outside border is also stitched, and I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't particularly like stitching, you know, like light blue on light blue, so I think I might just stop at this back stitching around the center motif and then finish it that way. That's kind of my plan, but I don't have that much more to go on this, and I think those half stitches will go fairly quickly, so I'd like to get that done. That's another one on my list of ones I'd like to finish. Another one I'd like to finish, you guys, and this is actually a new start. I started this in December, and this is one that I actually started for my husband. You know, I realized I thought I had stitched something for every one of my immediate family members, and I don't have anything stitched for him. So, and let me show you. This one is a free pattern from DMC. It's on my tablet. Let me pull it up. And like I said, this kind of shows the pattern, but it is a freebie. And this is Jack Russell by DMC. And we had, if you were into my paper crafting videos at all, you know that we had a Jack Russell Terrier for 17 years. We lost him in 2018, the fall of 2018, but this looks like him. I mean, it looks like his expression, it looks like his ears, everything. So I did this, you know, this was supposed to be on, I think, DMC, or on 14 count 80, that's what it's charted for. I chose, this is 28 count Lugana in Picture This Plus in the color Wake. And so my husband loves blue, and it's a lightly mottled blue. So you can see, so I've got my start there. Probably shouldn't have done the red first. That is the center, is his little bandana. Probably shouldn't have done that first, because I feel like it's sort of bleeding onto my white stitches there. And I wanted to color complete on this one, but you guys, I cannot travel on even weave yet. I'm just not that good. I make too many mistakes. So anyway, but that is one I would like to finish. And I don't think, I mean, it's not very big, and there is a lot of white stitching. I tend to pick patterns that have a lot of white in it, but yeah, but it's not very big. I think it's like, I don't remember what the stitch count is. Let me see if it says here. To make it bigger, the design is like 2.8 by 5 inches. So, so not very big. But yeah, so that is, and again, I think I can knock this one out. In fact, this is, I've been enjoying working on this one, so I may work on this one a little bit before I start my second whip go piece for this month. And then another one I would like to finish in 2023 is my my Irish Blessing, and this is from an old Stony Creek book that I got at my used bookstore, and you can see very, very 80s-ish in here. And let me find the picture of the pattern. There's a picture of it in here, kind of in the middle of the book. And so this is the one. Oh, I'm sorry, the kitty's taking a bath, so, but this is the one that I'm doing. So it has a portion of, kitty, Now he's scratching. He's licking and scratching, so he's scratching there. He's making the camera move. But yeah, come on. Doesn't look like it's focusing. Because it's getting moved, but basically it has a portion of the Old Irish Blessing on it, and then this motif is mushrooms and dandelions and some kind of little blue flower. And I just showed this in my recently in a video, but I haven't worked on it yet, and this is where I am on it. And this is also, this is on I think 14 count Aida lamb's wool. So, but I still really love it. So I want to get that finished this year too. So, and this is one that hasn't had any work on it for a few years. It was on my WhipGo board for last year, and I didn't get everything done on WhipGo for last year. The other thing I need to start, and one I don't have with me. It's actually, I have it at work. It's a little artiste kit of that I'm stitching for my friend. It will make it into a bookmark, but it's really little, but it's at work and I forgot to bring it home. The other one I want to start and finish, you guys, and this is the one I'm waiting for fabric, is a Tralala one called Souris Bobbines. I think that means sewing mice. And so this is the one, if I get it to focus. Sorry, you guys, I think. Kitty, can you stop licking for a minute? So I want to make this for, again, my sister's 60th birthday. They recently were retired and moved, and she has a sewing room, and her nickname is Mindy Mouse. So I thought this one would be really cute, but I'm waiting on fabric, and I am, this is charted in, let's see, I've never done a Tralala before, but this is charted in Atelier threads, and I don't know if you can even get those here. They must be French, but I'm doing the DMC. So I purchased, and in fact I have all the DMC in my bag, and I've bought, so there are the colors. In fact, and the other thing I did, I might swap out a couple of these pinks. I did buy the étoiles for a couple of the pinks because I kind of want some sparkle in this, although one of the fabrics that I got is a crystal. It's a fabric with the sparkles in it. So if I decide to use that one, I probably won't use the étoile, but if I use one of the other ones, I bought 3. I think it's charted. I mean, it looks like the model is done on a white, but I really wanted to do this on either like a mint green color, a kind of a light mottled fabric, a mint green, or a lighter kind of pink, real light pink. So I got Picture This Plus Petal, and I forget what the pink one is that is the crystal. Might be called Picture This Plus Blush. And then I bought another one that's kind of looks like it's a mint green, but because I don't have an LNS, and nothing ever looks like I think it's going to when it comes. So I will just do, when that fabric comes in, I will do a floss toss, and then I will decide which one I want to use. I am going to use, I know I am using 32 count, either even weave or linen, because of the finish size that I wanted. I didn't want it to, I would have loved to have used 28 count, but it would have meant I'd have to buy that bigger cut of fabric. And the price goes up a lot when you have to, add, go from like a, oh gosh, I forget the normal, like a fat quarter to a fat half or whatever. So anyway, so I'm doing it. I'm going to do it on 32, kind of be my first one. And then my other thing, you guys, I just wanted to show you is I am going to be starting a Hade. And I do have everything except for Pattern Keeper, like I said, and I'm going to be doing it on 25 easy count. And one of the things that I wasn't sure, I didn't know if what I was going to do is if I was going to do 2/1 tent or 1/1 full cross, and I think I'm going to try the 2/1 tent. Because I think it'll just go a little bit quicker, but let me show you, and I've showed this before too. But the pattern that I'm gonna start, oh shoot, you guys, I think I just closed it. Dang it. Let me pull it up again. I'm so sorry. I hit the X instead of making it big. Where are you? 'Cause I think I have it on Drive. Let me find it, but this is, a lot of people are working on this, and I am, oh gosh, pardon me, oh, I don't know why I'm all the way at the bottom, but this is what it is. It's a Randall Spangler mini Train of Dreams, and I want to do this one for my son. I think it's just perfect for him because it has all the elements that remind me of him or whatever, and he loves books. He's a big reader and writer. I've always done dragon theme things for him. So there's, a dragon engineer and a dragon that's sleeping. And then the train, he graduated from Purdue and is still a big fan, and their school mascot is a Boilermaker, or it's a train. So this one just was perfect. I'm doing the mini again, and I have what I've done so far is I've bought the DMC just for there's like 90 colors in this, and I've bought the DMC for the first the first 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, I guess. So it's going to be pretty confetti heavy. Let me look at that. But my plan, you guys, is to, like I said, do 2/1 tent, and I think I'm going to work down. I'm going to do, my plan is to do, I want to do 1, 2, I would like to do 400 stitches a month. So I'm going to work 2 over and 2 down, I think, and I'm going to do down this way because I think if I go all the way across and that's all 310, that I'll get really, really bored with it. So I think, and I don't know that I'm going to do a page finish. I think I'm going to do, like I said, I'll do 2 all the way down, 2 all the way down, 2 all the way down. And I know you need to feather, or you have lines. But again, this is my first full coverage HAID. So I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how I go with it. But like I said, I'm thinking about doing, 20 by 20 and working down this way instead of across, or doing like a page finish. But maybe, who knows? Once I start, maybe I will do the 20 by 20 down, but just across the page. But I'd really like to get into some other colors and start to see the things coming in. So I think that's my plan. But like I said, I gotta quit being a wimp, and I need to buy Pattern Keeper. That's my problem there. So anyway, so that's it, you guys. Those are my plans. I'm not doing like a no buy. I'm not doing no new starts. I'm just going to kind of go with what I feel like doing, and kind of go from there with, trying to keep up with my WIP goals, and then the things that I want to finish. And I think I have 9 finishes on my list. So that would get my WIP count down, to like 11, which would be good. And that's if I don't start anything, but I probably will start some stuff. But I don't have any, besides the starts that I showed you, I don't have any other plans. So yeah, so that is it for me, you guys. For my, so far for my 2023 plans. And I think I'm going to try to do, I always say this, I'm going to try to do a video a month. and show my updates on the things I want to finish, plus my whip